Hey, if you clicked on this video, I'm Brandon. Welcome to my brand new YouTube channel. It's a channel dedicated to just the Rams. I've been a Rams fan ever since I was a little kid. This is something I've wanted to do for a little while. It's been a passion project of mine. Should have started it last year, but I didn't. I was working on Sundays, which really sucked, but I'm not working on Sundays this year, so I figured I'd go ahead and get it started. I actually wanted to put this video out yesterday, but I didn't have time to record it. But it's okay. It works out perfectly because of course, they finalized their depth chart yesterday and finalized their practice squad today. So we have some stuff to talk about, some good guys that I didn't think were gonna stay on the practice squad that they did keep. So we're gonna get into it. One thing I wanted to point out, I don't know if anybody's gonna be curious or not, but I don't have any Ram stuff in my background. Me and my son actually run a channel called Never Lose Your Nerd. It's like a geek channel, whatever. It's for reactions and like Marvel, Star Wars, stuff like that. So that's why the background is the way it is. I'll put a link in the description just in case you want to check it out. Don't have to, of course, but I have some Rams jerseys over here. I have stuff on the walls, but my office isn't finished. Definitely not, but I'll take some pictures and show off some of my stuff on the wall just so you know I do have some stuff in here. All right, this is my Rams wall over here. I got Marshall Faulk. I got Eric Dickerson. Who is this weirdo right here in the video? What's your name? Introduce yourself.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name's Ishmael.
And what do you do around here?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
You don't do anything?
No.
All right, well, there's Dickerson. There's Falk.
Just changing out the picture.
I have Rams playoffs here. This is actually... I should move this over here.
Hey, that's a good picture. Turn it the other way.
No, I know. I just want to keep it here.
Oh.
This is actually from when I went with my dad to the Rams and Cowboys playoff game. Whenever we beat them and went to the NFC Championship game. That was a day to remember. That was an awesome day. I'll never forget it. All
this
right,
is actually mine right here.
Mosey on over here. Yep, this is all my crap over here. Rams Super Bowl. Only one we've won, unfortunately. 1 in 4 Super Bowls, but hopefully we'll change that this year. All right, that's my office. Yeah, I have my Rams helmet. Of course, I got my Rams stuff on, so yeah, let's get into the video. I'm still working on an intro for the channel, but I'll probably get that done by this weekend, so I'm not going to do any fancy intros or anything. Like I said, just letting y'all know that I'm a huge Rams fan. Been a Rams fan for more than 25 years, so I'm diehard. Just loved them ever since I was a little kid, so let's get into it. So yes, the practice squad players they did keep was wide receiver Landon Akers, running back Otis Anderson, tight end Kendall Blanton, which they're already pretty deep at tight end. Tackle Chandler Brewer. They kept Ernest Brown, which is the defensive end. They kept defensive tackle Marquise Copeland. Defensive back Dante Dion, which he's like a fan favorite and like a coach favorite. He has a lot of energy. He has a good personality. He's a guy that you kind of want to root for, and hopefully he has success in the future. Guard Jeremiah Cologne, wide receiver J.J. Koski, defensive back Kareem Orr, defensive back Tyler Hall, Micah Kaiser, which is the big one, which I didn't think Micah Kaiser was going to go through waivers. I figured he was going to get picked up. Maybe he'd go somewhere beyond their depth chart, but of course everybody knows that his big problem is he can't stay healthy. So let's see if he can stay healthy. Maybe more injuries happen, on the depth chart, he'll get another chance to play, which I hope so, because I really like Micah Kaiser. I think he has really good potential. He just needs to stay healthy. We also have Justin Lawler, which I really like that guy. I hope he has a future with the Rams someday. And tackle Matt Percher, which I didn't watch too much of the preseason, so some of these guys I'm actually not too familiar with. All right, I'm pretty sure many of y'all know what the depth chart already is, but I'm just going to run through it. Like I said, I wanted to put this out yesterday, but I didn't have time to, so I just kind of wanted to run through the depth chart, give my point of view, my feelings on it. But before I get into it a little bit further, if you would, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, first video, all that. So, and also, if anybody comments and we have interactions, if you would, just everybody keep it civil. Remember, we're all on the same team. We're all rooting for the same team. So let's just all, if we have, disagreements, which of course we should have, we shouldn't all agree on everything, but let's just try to keep it civil. We can disagree, but we can do it in the right way. So let's just keep it nice. But of course we can argue and disagree, but like I said, let's just do it the right way. All right, everybody already knows Stafford. He's the starter. John Wolford is the backup. There are a lot of people that wanted Perkins to take over for Wolford, but I disagree with that. I think Wolford has earned the backup role. They've seen him in practice for over 2 years. He does have game experience. He played in a playoff game, even though he did get cheap shotted in that playoff game and got knocked out. But I think Wolford is a very good backup. And of course, you have Perkins there in case Wolford gets hurt, COVID protocol, something happens, Perkins is there. So he's a very good third stringer, which I was actually surprised they kept him as a third quarterback, but I'm actually happy they did. I know DeMarco Farr was making comments about it would have really sucked if they would have let him go. Then like the Seahawks, maybe the 49ers would have picked him up as a backup. I would have hated that. So I'm glad they kept him. Like I said, he's a very good third stringer at least, but he could be a backup for anybody. Running backs, of course, we got Henderson, we got Sony Michel, we got Jake Funk. I was very, I liked Xavier Jones a lot, but of course he got hurt, injured, so he's going to have surgery. He's probably going to be gone for the year anyways, but I really wanted him to make the team. I was hoping he would be the third stringer over Jake Funk, but like I said, he got injured, so, it's doesn't matter anyways, but hopefully he'll come back next year. I really like that guy. Shiftiness, seems like he's a playmaker, so I guess we'll see him next year, hopefully. Wide receivers, of course, Robert Woods, Kupp, Jefferson, Deshaun Watson, Tutu Atwell, and Ben Schroeneck, which I think he's going to be more of a special teams player. I'm honestly surprised he made the team. I kind of thought he would be a guy that might make the practice squad, but I think he's going to be more of like a special teams guy. But I am surprised he made the team because we have 4 tight ends, and Skroenek, I can't even pronounce his name. I think he's kind of like a tight end build. So it's basically like we have 5 tight ends, which, I don't know, kind of doesn't make sense. I think it's too much. But, of course, we have Higbee, we have Munt, we have Jacob Harris, which he's kind of like a receiver hybrid, could play tight end too, also special teams. And Bryson Hopkins, I think he's good. He has potential. Offensive line, we pretty much know Whitworth, Edwards, Allen, Corbett, Havenstein. Hopefully they can all stay healthy because last year was a disaster. We had a lot of injuries on the offensive line. I know Brian Allen is a question mark for a lot of people, but let's just hope he can stay healthy. He can step in and be a good center because I just don't want them to have to do musical chairs like they did last year. Pretty frustrating. You have Note Boom. He's like a swing tackle. He can play guard too, but I don't think he's very good at guard. That's not his strong position. We have Coleman Shelton, which I think he's going to start the season on COVID IR, but he's a good backup. Bobby Evans, of course, he can play tackle, guard. Alaric Jackson, he's the only non-drafted player that made the team, so he obviously was very impressive to them. Tremont Akram, of course, he's been there a couple years. He's a good backup, so our offensive line depth is pretty good, in my opinion. Of course, we have the reigning, defending Defensive Player of the Year, best player in the NFL, Aaron Donald, of course. Nothing to talk about there. Sebastian Joseph Day. Hopefully he can have a breakout year, especially without Brockers being there. I think he's poised to have a very good year, hopefully. A'Shawn Robinson, of course, he's starting the season with injury, so this guy really needs to step up. He came in last year, really didn't play. I think he was hurt last year coming in. He's already hurt this year, so I don't know about this guy if he can stay healthy, but I hope he does. He's a big body in there. Clog up those gaps for, Aaron Donald to make more plays. Of course, we have Greg Gaines. What did DeMarco Farr call him? He called him like the white whale or something like that. It was a funny nickname. Bobby Brown III, of course, he's a rookie. He's a big guy in there, which he can do good. He'll be a good player. Of course, linebackers, we have Leonard Floyd, Kenny Young, Troy Reeder, which I guess I'll go over the outside linebackers first. Of course, we have Floyd. We're going to have Hollins, which I don't know if Hollins is going to start. I honestly would like to see Terrell Lewis start instead of Hollins, but I guess we'll see. Terrell Lewis, he's another guy. Needs to stay healthy. He has all the potential in the world to be a Leonard Floyd or to be like a Pro Bowl player. But, of course, his problem is like a few of these guys is he just needs to stay healthy. Lewis, of course, Chris Garrett made the team. He made a lot of splash plays in preseason, so he made the team. He's a good young player, fast guy off the edge. Of course, we have Obo. which, of course, his big thing is he's always hurt too. So we have a few guys that are pretty injury prone. If they could just stay healthy, they can make a big impact. All right, inside, Kenny Young, of course, Troy Reader. Ernest Jones is a good player coming up. Travin Howard. That guy needs to stay healthy too. Like I said, a lot of guys need to stay healthy, man. Cornerbacks. I'm very surprised they only kept 4 cornerbacks, but they kept 6 safeties. So I'm thinking some of these safeties will be, coming down in the box. And then some guys can go out to cornerback too. So we'll see how that goes. But keeping 6 safeties was kind of surprising to me. All right, of course, we have Ramsey, Darius Williams, David Long, Robert Rochelle. So like I said, only 4 cornerbacks, very thin there. So we'll see what happens. Safety position, like I said, they kept 6 safeties, which I was very surprised of. Of course, Fuller, he's going to be wearing the green dot. He's going to be a captain on the team. Pretty impressive for a guy who was a 6th-round draft pick, came in last year, did pretty good. Coming his second year and, basically calling the defense, being a captain already. He must be very impressive. Of course, we all know he has done a great job. So he's going to be the linchpin on our defense. Fuller, Rapp, Burgess, hope these guys can stay healthy, of course. That's the big key to this team is staying healthy. Offensive line, defense, guys need to stay healthy. Nick Scott, J.R. Reed, Juju Hughes, he made the team. He was on the practice squad all year last year, so he made the team. Good for you. Special teams, of course, Matt Gay. Hopefully he can be consistent all year. Our kicking game was very inconsistent. The beginning of last year, we went through like 4 kickers before we found Matt Gay, so hopefully he can stay consistent this year. Johnny Hecker. A lot of people thought he was going to get cut. I honestly thought he might get cut, especially with his salary. But he did restructure his contract, so that's basically how he stayed on the team. I think if he wouldn't have restructured, they would have let him go. But they let the other punter go to the Packers. Let him go for a 7th-round pick, which is actually going to be a 6th-round pick. So, I guess that's fine. Let an extra punter go for a 6th-round pick. That's okay. And then our long snapper is Matt Orzech. Honestly, I never paid attention to the long snapper, so I honestly don't know who that guy is. Like I said, some guys on IR. I already mentioned the guys who are on IR, so I don't need to go through that. But you know what? Basically, that's it. Like I said, this is my intro video, my first video. Let me know how I did. Like I said, if you comment, please be nice. Like I said, let's all get along. We're all Rams fans. So I guess until the next time, see you later.